Imagine this. You have been hiking for 7 hours. You're tired, you're exhausted, you would just want to get back to your bed. The path that you're following is so narrow and so dangerous that before every step you take, think twice. Because one step could mean the difference between life and death. And then comes a small patch of the path, which is even narrower. And you think to yourself, there's absolutely no way I can cross that. If I step one step further, I will die. You start to panic. You're shaking. You cannot do anything. You're stuck. Even though you know there is no going back. And the only logical thing to do is to take that step forward. Ladies and gentlemen, that is something that happened to me in June of 2014 when I tried to conquer the Tatra mountains of Poland. My friend Ola, she told me, Zain, it will be a very tough hike of 8 hours, so prepare well. I told her, Ola, listen, I come from Pakistan. We have the second highest mountain in the world. I was born to do this. Even though I have never been anywhere near that mountain. We wake up at 6 in the morning, we start walking, we go to the mountain. We're having a lot of fun, and I'm very excited. It's going well. The views were just absolutely amazing. Shimmering lakes, beautiful valleys, a bit of snow. It was middle of summer, but you could see snow on the peaks. And I was very excited, to an extent that I was annoying other people in my group. Come on guys, let's go, it's so nice, let's go! And they were, can you please shut up? We're struggling here to even walk. And I told them, it's because you're not Pakistani. We keep going and we reach the first summit, which is about 2,000 meters. And it was not so bad. We were about 1 hour delayed from our original plan, but we thought, okay, it's fine. Now we decided to proceed further. And Ola comes to me again and says, Zain, that was the beginning. That was easy. Now comes the hard part. You have to be very, very careful for this next portion of the hike. It's very dangerous. And I said, I'm Pakistani. Didn't I tell you that? K2 mountain, the second highest in the world. Please, I was born to do this. We start walking again, start hiking, and guess what? It starts to get dangerous. Now the path is very narrow, so much so that they have these chains on the side of the mountain that you have to hold while you're walking next to it. I was the last one. There were 3 friends in front of me. And as I said, there was snow on the mountain. Even though it was June, it was 14 degrees temperature, 15 degrees. So snow was melting. It was a bit like ice. It was a bit even more dangerous, and we of course had no such equipment to walk on that ice. We continue very slowly and carefully to the point where I see completely covered area with snow, melting snow, with the chains, and then a curve behind which the path is going and we cannot see. People just disappear. I see 3 of my friends go very, very carefully, slowly, pass through this area over the snow, holding those chains, and then vanish behind the curve. And then, okay, if they can do it, I can do it. So I grab those chains, and very slowly I walk, very, very carefully I walk, and damn! Both my feet slip at the same time on the ice. And I was holding those chains for my dear life. And I was shocked. I had no idea what had happened, what to do next. Fortunately, there were a couple of other climbers who were coming down, and they helped me back on my feet. I thought I would have died if they were not there. So I start to get back up, slowly walk, go behind the curve, and after 5 minutes reach my friend, who of course had seen nothing of it. So I tell them, guys, I just had a near-death experience. And they say, what? How can you have a near-death experience? This is such a small mountain. You cannot die here, Zain. Please stop making fun of it. We are already late. Stop complaining. Just walk behind us. still that path continues, even with more chains and even narrower paths. But now something had gotten into my head. I was panicking. Every step I would take, I would think twice. Is it safe to put my feet here? Will I die? No, okay. Is it safe to put my feet here? Will I die? Probably I will if I fall here. But I would take every step carefully, which meant that I was very slow and everyone was far ahead of me. And they were screaming at me, Zain, come on, go faster, we are getting late, it's going to get dark soon. But I was not moving. And this is the moment where this small portion of that path came, which I honestly thought there is absolutely no way I can cross this. And I was just holding those chains and I was not moving. And I was standing there and I was screaming at them, I cannot go any forward, I will die. And they were far away, so I had to scream. And they were screaming back, no, go, go, go. 10 minutes like this, I stood. Finally, one of my friends, his name is Sami, he walked back up that path. He came to me and he said, Zain, hold my hand, I will help you cross it. I took his hand, I took the next step, and managed to cross that path. Still hiked for 5 more hours, but I was not panicking anymore. Now there are a few things you can learn from it. First of all, don't trust the Pakistani when he says he's born to do it. Or don't trust the Polish when they say it's 8-hour hike because it's not, it's 14 hours. But more importantly, the beginning was easy and fun. It was in the middle when something unforeseen, something catastrophic happened, which completely shook my confidence in myself of even walking on a simple track in the mountain. And I couldn't take a step forward. It's the same that happens to us in life. And in these moments, it's not a logical argument that gets us to take that next step. It's not a rational thought that gets us one step further. It's someone close to us, a friend, a family, coming to us and saying, hold my hand, I will help you take this step forward. And that one step, that helping hand, could be a new beginning for that person.